I
Let's
see
go.
you smiling. You see the smile on my face. You get me? There's only
Yeah.
one place to start. Leeds United 0, Manchester United 2. Now, first half was a bit shaky. For me, first half was more of the performance we saw at Old Trafford. Without Casemiro in that midfield, it looked a bit rocky. However, second half was a lot better. Ten Hag's changes pretty much changed the game for us, and we ended up getting the last laugh with the 3 points. How did you feel about that game?
Messy. First half anyway. It was messy, it was scrappy, and we were just causing our own problems. They wasn't cutting us open. We kept giving them chances to come at us, basically. You know, the first half I thought we was a bit lethargic. We wasn't really up for it. We kept the ball, but it was based on their tempo. And Somerville caused us a lot of problems, not just the first half, but the whole game. But I think once Ten Hag made the substitutions, the Nacho coming on, the Sandro Martinez, the Butcher coming on as well, the dynamics was obviously changed. The Nacho's ability to run in behind meant Leeds backline had to drop. And that also gave people like Bruno the chance to express themselves a bit more. Even Sabitzer, with a nice pass to Shaw, who obviously crossed in for Rashford to get open goal. It allowed them a bit more space to get the ball and not have someone like literally right on them because they was afraid that Ganache was going to run in behind them and they had to be more mindful of that basically. So tale of two halves. Um, Ten Hag with once again the tactics change,
Yeah.
the substitutions impacting the game once again, and yeah, it's just another 3 points. We keep on moving, and yeah, I couldn't be happier, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like you said, Ten Hag's substitutions changed the whole game. Um, Dallo coming off for Wan-Bissaka eased my pressure. We all know that Wan-Bissaka one-on-one defensively, he's one of the best out there, you know.
Yeah,
And obviously, like you said, Garnacho coming on, he is more of an impact player right now than actual starter. Um, so, but it's good to see that he silenced the haters. You get me? See that
yeah,
celebration right there.
yeah,
And obviously, once again, Rashe
yeah.
in his goal. I think now that is 21 goals. Well,
Wow,
he's on absolute sensational form. And
wow.
I'm actually very happy for him. He's loving football at the moment. You know, you can see in the way he plays. You know, even in that first half, we didn't really get at Leeds, but he just doesn't stop, and this is what we need. You get me? Now, I need to talk about something negative, and it starts with Harry Maguire. Now, this man has been complaining that he is not in the team and he's not getting enough game time. How dare you? How dare you? When you are putting performances like that, you almost cost us a goal. You are trying to do diagonal passes and giving possession away. You are trying to pass through the needle and you're giving possession away. You're getting caught on the ball, almost costing us a goal. How dare you? It is time to cut ties with this guy. Manchester United need to sell him in the summer. Now I understand why he played because we have a midweek game against Barcelona, so we need to rest Varane and Martinez. But he is absolutely shambolic. Like he's like it's like catching your girlfriend cheating in 3D, bro. Like not even hearing it from a friend. Like 3D, you're seeing it. You get me? Under the lights. And then, you know, you tell her that, yeah, you're leaving her, but she's complaining. Like, how dare you? Bro, you have no right to complain when you're putting in performance week like this. I'm sorry, but he has to go. He's so slow. Like he does my brain in. He does my brain in, Hudson. And in order for Manchester United to progress, he has to go. He has to leave.
It's step by step, man. You know, you got it's growing pains, and that's what it is. We know what we want to get back to. You know, we want to get back to winning the league, competing on all fronts, and you know, competing in Europe. So it's a step by step thing. So, but to be honest with you, I'm not really. My mood is too good to even focus on the negative today. So I'm actually gonna focus on like the 2 goal scorers. Yeah. First thing, like you already touched on, Garnacho, his pace changed the game completely, you know. And I'm happy for him to get that goal, to silence the critics, because I was critical of his midweek performance, right? And
rightly
I had
so.
a right to be critical.
Yeah, rightly so.
But I love his intangibles, because a lot of young players, when they have a bad game, they tend to like go on like a little
they hide it. Yeah, they start hiding.
But he did not shy. He was still there and he was ready, and I give him high marks for that. You know.
Yeah.
Obviously the main man himself, Marcus, doing his thing again. What I liked about his run of form, he scored another headed goal.
Yeah.
You know, his movement, for that goal, he changed position about maybe 2-3 times before he got that header. It shows that he's very proactive in the box. He's not just, you know, running in behind or taking people on, you know, one-on-one. He's got other aspects to his game that he's obviously now exploring and we're seeing. And those type of goals will help him get an extra maybe 5 to 10 goals every season now. And that's very important. So I'm happy to see the maturation process from him. And he's becoming a more complete forward. And yeah, man, I'm just really happy for him. Really, really happy for him.
Yeah, Manchester United getting the 3 points, getting the last laugh. Now there is a big question, or there's a big elephant in the room, and I have to ask the question. I know my thoughts on it, but are Manchester United in the title race?
No. No, we're not. But obviously, naturally, we have no choice but to be thrusted in the mix, because we are, 2 points behind City. We briefly overtook them before, obviously, their result later on in the day. So, yeah, like, mathematically, yeah, we are in a title race. But for me, I'm realistic. I've been realistic. I've always kept the same energy in terms of, I said this season, if we can get a trophy and we get back into the Champions League, that would be a good season for me.
Facts.
Because City already established as perennial title contenders. Arsenal has stepped up their game, and they've had years now under Arteta to really build into this position. So those 2 teams are where they are because, you know, they're further along in their process, especially Arsenal, and they deserve to be the top 2.
Yeah.
But I think this season, for me, 3rd place is a shoo-in. Obviously, if we stay consistent and, you know, we happen to be there or thereabouts come April, then fair enough. But would I be lying to you and say we're in the title race? Yes, I would be, because I don't think we are. I think we're just there based on our form. But I think come end of the season, I don't see us getting the title. But as long as we stay close, then yeah, why not? You know, we'll see how the end of the season goes. But in terms of a bona fide title contender, nah, I don't see it this season anyway. Next season, different topic. But this season, nah, not yet.
Yeah, I completely agree. Obviously, after our game, I had some Arsenal fans in my DMs trying to rattle me, saying Manchester United are now in the title race, and I'm sticking by my guns because we both know where our team is at. You get me? We are not going to win every game. Like we should have won at the first game before. You get me? At Old Trafford versus Leeds, but we didn't. And I know during the season there's going to be games like that. We're not quite there yet, like the Cities and the Arsenals at the moment in time. But my question now to you, Hudson, is if Manchester United continue and we somehow manage to stay in reach with City and Arsenal, when would your objective now change and say we are now in the title race, or would it ever change for you?
Listen, in football, you have to adjust your expectations and you have to adjust your targets, right? And that's with every team. Like, for example, Merseyside Red this season, their objectives, from what I heard, was to win the title, right? But now they're mid-table. So obviously, their expectations now have to be adjusted, right?
Yeah.
My expectation was to finish in the top 4 this season. Just like I'm sure Leicester's, when they won the Prem, was to get to 40 points.
Yeah.
And then it was Champions League. And then they just kept updating their expectations, basically. So this season, for me, top 4 and a trophy, right? But if we are within reach come March, April, then of course I'll be a fool to say I want to be involved in the title race. I just don't think it's realistic this season.
Okay.
But I think if we are within reach, and obviously it's nip and tuck, Arsenal, City, maybe we're 3 points behind or something like that, then yeah, if that's the case in April, then yeah, why not? Yeah. But for now, I just don't see that. I just don't see us being able to keep that pace with those other 2 teams. But if we can, but somehow we can, and we stay within striking distance, then, come April, my tone will change for sure. But for now, no, I'm going to keep my feet firmly on the ground and say that we are going to get the 3rd spot and hopefully get a trophy, and I'll be good with that this season.